Kuzangpo and welcome to Bhutan This Week with me, Sonam Wongdi. This week's top story. His Majesty the King, His Majesty the Fourth Druk Gyalpo, Her Majesty the Gyaltsen and members of the royal family graced the Royal Bhutan Flower Exhibition in Paro. Her Majesty Geyum Doju Wangmo Wangchuk graced the opening ceremony of the 4th International Conference on Human Values in Higher Education in Gedu. And His Royal Highness Kesa Prince Jigme Doju Wangchuk graced the groundbreaking ceremony for the upgradation of Thechok Namdel Ugen Chuling Sheda in Damiche under Monga Zongkak. Where we live must be clean, organized and beautiful for national integrity, national pride and for our bright future. This too is nation building. This was the message from His Majesty the King as the first ever Royal Bhutan Flower Exhibition begins. The exhibition, which opened on Wednesday, was graced by His Majesty the King, His Majesty the Fourth Druk Gyalpo, Her Majesty Gyaltsen and members of the royal family in Paro.
Her Majesty the Royal Grandmother Ajike Zongchorin Wangchuk inaugurated the Royal Bhutan Flower Exhibition at the Ugen Pelri Palace in Paro today. The exhibition was initiated upon the command of His Majesty the King. It is envisioned to inspire appreciation for beautiful spaces, foster community vitality, and encourage the growth of a vibrant entrepreneurship in floriculture across the nation. The first ever Royal Bhutan Flower Exhibition is a celebration of our unique environmental and cultural heritage with the support and goodwill of our citizens from all walks of life. It symbolizes the strength of partnership and collaboration in defining a new vision that embodies wide-ranging opportunities for our youth, florists, and economy at large. The exhibition is dedicated to His Majesty the Fourth Druk Gyalpo as part of His Majesty's 68th birth anniversary celebrations. It will be an annual event from now. Her Majesty Queen Mother Tsering Yangden Wangchuk is the royal patron for the Royal Bhutan Flower Exhibition. The exhibition displays creative installations incorporating flowers as well as models of historic Buddhist structures such as the Taksang and Punakha. Besides government organizations and armed forces, private nurseries and florists are also taking part in the exhibition. The exhibition will be open for the public from tomorrow. It will end on Monday. Yishi Gyaltsen, BBS News, Paro.
Her Majesty the Queen Mother Doju Wangmo Wangchuk graced the opening of the 4th International Conference on Human Values in Higher Education in Gedu. The theme this year is Educating for a Gross National Happiness Society, Universal Human Values.
The conference saw participation from over 5 countries. Educators came together with the common goal of including human values in higher education. It was also pointed out that all colleges under the Royal University of Bhutan have courses on human value.
Both His Majesty the Fourth Druk Gyalpo and His Majesty the King strongly believe that education is essential to help Bhutan embrace modernity with dignity without compromising our tradition and culture. I am therefore happy that the Universal Human Values Education as an important aspect of education is being adopted by higher education institutions and universities in our region, including our Royal University of Bhutan. I am impressed with the work that has already been done in that direction and the commitment to do much more.
It was also announced that the Punjab Technical University will be awarding scholarships to 5 Bhutanese students in higher studies of human values. The Vice-Chancellor of the Royal University of Bhutan, Nirup Dorji, talked on the importance of human values in higher education.
It is time for us who are in the business of providing education to the youth to seriously introspect and deliberate on the need for imparting values-based education. If there is one change factor that can influence human beings to think and behave differently, it is education.
During the course of the conference, numerous panel discussions will be held on society and education, implementing universal human values at universities, and also orienting higher education for balanced societal development. Her Majesty the Queen Mother Doji Wangmo Wanchu also launched a book titled Refocusing Education for GNH, Embracing Heaven on Earth. The conference will end tomorrow. Tenzin Rabke, BBS News, Chuka.
His Royal Highness Ketsa Prince Jigme Dorji Wangchuk graced the groundbreaking ceremony for the upgradation of Thechok Namdrel Ugencheling Sheda in Damitse under Mongar Zongkak. Once complete, it will be a new Buddhist college. It was as per the command of His Majesty the King to upgrade the Sheda to a new Buddhist college. His Royal Highness Kesab Jimmy Dorji Wangchuk graced the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of new structures. His Royal Highness was accompanied by Aji Hitsolhamo. Classrooms, dormitory, administrative block, kitchen and conference hall will be constructed under the project. The project is dedicated to 60th birth anniversary of His Majesty the 4th Druk Gyalpo. The works will cost over 70 million Ngiltram. His Royal Highness the Getsap also visited the Lhaga in the monastery and offered prayers for the well-being of His Majesty the King, His Majesty the 4th Druk Gyalpo, the country and all sentient beings. His Royal Highness also inspected the ongoing renovation works of the monastery's Utsi. Later, His Royal Highness granted an audience and tokha to people who have gathered to attend the ceremony. A cultural program was also organized as a part of the ceremony. The Sheda currently offers religious studies up to class 8. Once upgradation works are completed, the new college will offer high level of studies of Nyingma Peling tradition of Buddhism.
Once complete, we hope to accommodate 200 students. If it is more, then there will be administrative and other problems like shortage of teachers. So apart from regular teachings in the Shedra, the students will also be taught the Peling tradition of Buddhism. They will also be taught English. Currently, many monks travel outside the country to study, which cost a lot. This is mainly due to lack of Buddhist college. Since we now have a Buddhist college here, it will be convenient for our monks to study and especially help those who are from economically poor background. There are already many monks who are showing interest to study here.
The monastery in Damitse was founded by Tirten Pema Lingpa's daughter Anichetin Zangmo in 1511 AD. Currently, there are 140 monks and gomchins studying in the monastery. Compiled for Pemanamgi in Kanglung, Sonamwongdi for BBS News. Her Royal Highness Aji Kezang Wangmo Wangchuk donated ultrasonography and a CR machine to the Jigme Dorji Wangchuk National Referral Hospital.
Thimphu Hospital received ultrasonography and a CR machine worth around 4 million Niltrum from Her Royal Highness Aji Kezang Wangmo Wangchuk, the patron of the poor and sick patients. With new equipment in place, the hospital is expected to improve their service delivery. There are 4 existing ultrasound machines and 2 CR machines in the hospital. Some of these machines are as old as 7 years. The ultrasound machine is commonly used for detection of abdominal problems, renal problems and acute trauma among others, while the C-arm is used for carrying out operation for bone fractures and complex surgeries. The medical superintendent from the Jigme Dorji Wangchuk National Referral Hospital said the equipment would help to attend to more number of patients and be an operation guide to the doctors.
After the introduction, the ultrasound and also as well as the CM, the diagnostic capability of the health workers have really improved so that the treatment outcome is also very satisfactory, and also the diagnostic capacity also is greatly enhanced our diagnostic capacity.
Meanwhile, the Health Minister said the support rendered by Her Royal Highness will definitely help to provide patients with quality care and diagnostic services. The ultrasound facility in the country was started about 15 years ago and the C-arm facility in 2000. Ishori Gurung, BBS News.
Over 200 masked dancers from across the country came together to perform in the first ever Peling Tsechu in Bumta. 20 Peling chums were performed at the Wangde Chuling Palace, which concluded on Wednesday.
This is one of the unique dances performed by the masked dancers from Chakaling in Mongar. It is known as Rigma Chudukmai Cham, also known as Dance of the 16 Dakinis. All the 16 Dakinis have their own role to play and are responsible for the offerings of a pleasing article or an object. According to the legends, when the dancers rattle the drum or ring bell, their actions encourage all sentient beings to awaken from ignorance. Like this dance, 20 other unique Peling chams from across the country were performed during the 3-day-long Chechu. According to the Tamshing Lakhang Umze, Sultim Lote, some of the dances were never performed in any Chechu.
All the Peling chums performed here were composed by Tetun Pema Lingpa himself. It is said that Pema Lingpa had gone to heavenly abode and learned the dances from Guru Rinpoche, and sometimes Guru Rinpoche himself came down to earth and taught these dances in our country. All the masked dances are significant.
People from across the country witnessed the Chechu. Some of the elderly citizens said it was a delight to watch the cham.
I feel very happy to witness the Peling chams here today. I used to perform masked dances during the time of His Majesty the Second Drugyalpo. I am very interested in such performance, and today I feel delighted to witness Peling chams here.
The Chechu is organized by the People's Initiative in celebrating 60th birth anniversary, PIXA. The project coordinator Karma Sring spoke to BBS.
It is the birthday of Kinkin Longchin Rabjam, and the Tetenpe Mulingpa is the reincarnation of him. So we organize this Peling Tsechu also to signify that. It is very significant because our kings are descendants of Tetenpe Mulingpa, and we are dedicating it to the 60th birth anniversary of His Majesty the 4th Drugyalpo.
The PIXA will initiate 8 more events to mark the 60th birth anniversary. From Bumtang, Komal Kharka, BBS News.
Of the many important religious sites in Bumtang, Meberso under Tanggyok is one of the sacred ones. Every day, thousands of people, both local and tourists, visit the site. And safety is a major concern for them. Sujaman Thapa reports.
Champa Kiletenzin has been living here for more than a year now. He said he was the eyewitness when an Indian couple fell into the Tso and washed away last year.
Bhutanese can walk properly along the path, but when it comes to tourists, they do not know how to walk in such places. There are chances they might slip and fall off. I tell them that it is dangerous, especially after the incident. The Dzongkhag authority have also told me to create awareness to the people. I do so, but when I do not know their language, it is difficult. So if there is a board written in English, that would definitely help.
Some of the tourists and locals said having a signboard would reduce the risks.
You must come with a lot of people, not of 40 or 50 people, you come with 3, 4 people, then you go. You come back with another 3 or 4 people, and you go. Because if you a lot of people here, it becomes dangerous, I think.
For those people, I think it's better to mark somewhere, be careful if the stones are wet or something. And maybe then it's better to put a trail around the corner here so that they cannot fall down, or even that they have the intention not to go too close to the end of the rocks. She looks old but still strong enough to carry people. But if 50 people are staying on the bridge on the same time, I'm not sure about if it is good enough.
Maybe if it gets muddy or something, then there should be measures that people shouldn't come or something, I don't know.
Although there is a concrete railing along the footpath built few years back, the wooden bridge and the open stone slab where I am standing right now seems risky, and it is even more risky when there is rainfall like today. People come here on this open slab to see the lake and offer bud lamps. Meanwhile, the Dzongkhag authorities say they have already made plans to put safety measures in place.
The issue was even discussed during the 7th Dzongkhag Yargi Sokdu. The Dzongkhag decided to further improve the existing railings, maintain the bridge and construct a gate. We also decided to put up the precautionary signboards near the So. The Department of Culture also approved our plan and the map. But funding was a problem. A German tourist promised to donate money. He even told that he will send the money, but it had come through the GNH Commission, so we are waiting for that.
Mebarso is located about 15 kilometers from Bumtang towards Mongar. According to legends, Tirthan Pemalingpa is believed to have discovered sacred treasures in 1475. Surjaman Thapa, PBS News, Bumtang.
According to the Ministry of Works and Human Settlement, not all the remaining 16 Dzongkhags technically fulfill the criteria of a Thomde. It means some places do not have water sources, while some are filled with wetland which cannot be used for construction purposes. The ministry is yet to submit their findings to the cabinet, after which it would be put up to the parliament.
It is still not decided whether the 16 new proposed Thomdes would join the local government election next year or not. Data from the respective local governments revealed that not all the 16 proposed Thomdes fulfill the criteria of a Thomde.
Whenever urban settlements are declared, our foremost requirement is the source of water supply. And when we are talking about water supply, again there is some kind of conflict. The same water, because we have limited sources, the same water has to be used for irrigation as well as for drinking purpose. Now that is our technical requirement. We have instructed them that if water source is not there, this may not be prudent to declare as an urban area. But technically speaking, there are many unfulfilled areas. We have given the criteria that as far as possible, this choosing has to be avoided. But there are situations where we cannot avoid. So that will be another shortcoming.
According to the ministry, people are also reluctant to have a Thomde mainly because of urban tax and cancellation of rural subsidy that would follow. The upcoming local government election would also be seeing election of representatives for the Yenla Troms. Yenla Trom is a satellite town that is dependent on some other bigger town. The ministry also shared that it was not possible to declare a Yenla Trom each in all the 20 Dzongkhags, but as per the constitution, there has to be one Yenla Trom in each Dzongkhag.
Some of the bigger Dzongkhags are submitting more than one proposal for Yenla Troms, which is possible as long as they meet the criteria. But there are again other technical difficulties from the election point of view. They will have only one member, irrespective of number of Yellatoms, there will be only one elected member representing them to the DT. And at the moment we are not sure how it will be done.
The ministry will be submitting its findings to the cabinet in the coming week. Sonam Chudan, BBS News.
Chronic kidney disease is said to be increasing every year. Currently, there are 137 chronic kidney patients undergoing treatment at the referral hospitals in Thimphu and Mongar. Chronic kidney disease is a condition characterized by a gradual loss of kidney function over time. To educate people on the preventive measures, Bhutan Kidney Foundation conducted an awareness program in the capital.
Figures from 2006 until last year revealed that 136 chronic kidney patients were referred to India. Of that, 104 patients got kidney transplanted. The government spends a maximum of 2.5 million Newton to transplant one kidney. The executive director of the Bhutan Kidney Foundation said once you get the disease, it not only affects the quality of lives of patients and their families, but also has a huge impact on the government resource. The executive director of the foundation, who was also a kidney patient, shared about his personal problems.
We have to be under dialysis, which is very painful, and psychologically, when we are diagnosed with kidney failure, then we just think about death. Now, I'm going to die. So that's the problem. It is very fearful, and I'm sure that nobody wants to die. And this is what happened. Like after such disease, dialysis is the option. Is a temporary measure where we stay alive, and after that, yes, there's only one hope that we have to go for kidney transplant.
Rise in the number of people suffering from non-communicable diseases is seen as yet another concern. Non-communicable diseases such as diabetes and high blood pressure are said to be the major risk factors leading to kidney failure. The executive director of the Bhutan Kidney Foundation said leading a healthy lifestyle is one of the ways to prevent the disease.
In our country, the number of such patients living with NCDs are huge. And Kidney Foundation in our 20th Zongkak awareness campaign, yes, that's one of the point where we can have activity so that can be a preventive measures. We focus towards schools, high school students, and also general public. And the main reason to conduct such activities is to let them know that non-communicable diseases are the key to kidney failure. So if a person is detected with an NCD, then they can prevent from getting other disease, not only kidney disease also.
As per the Annual Health Bulletin 2013, it shows that the number of diabetes cases has increased from over 2,000 in 2008 to more than 4,000 cases in 2013. Similarly, hypertension cases increased from over 20,000 in 2008 to over 27,000 in 2013. During the awareness program held in 20 Zongkaks, health checkups for blood pressure, body mass index, and blood sugar tests were also conducted. Sharab Zangmo for BBS News.
The number of pregnant women being detected with hepatitis B at the capital's National Referral Hospital is increasing every year, although not at an alarming rate. Health officials say there are chances of transmitting the hepatitis B virus from the mother to the child. So, right after the delivery, the newborns are vaccinated. Hepatitis B is an infectious disease which affects liver.
The records with the National Referral Hospital show that some 19 expectant mothers were known to have hepatitis B in 2011. In 2013, the number was 28, and last year, 30 pregnant women were detected with the disease. Health workers attributed the increase to specialized counseling.
Before 2011, we were not focusing on hepatitis B much. We were only doing here, focusing on HIV, right? So from 2011, we started doing hepatitis B also. Okay? Maybe because of that reason that number is increasing.
Once a woman is pregnant, it is necessary for her to do all STDs tests, including hepatitis B, before taking medicines during the pregnancy phase.
During pregnancy, we don't give any medicine here, but immediate after the birth, we keep ready the vaccine for the child. So immediate after the birth, we are giving the vaccine to the child also. And of course, for the testing, we have to do the contact tracing for her spouse also, partner, and previous children also.
Medical officials said there is antiviral treatment made available for mothers, but it is always advisable not to get the disease. But some of the pregnant mothers shared that they were unaware of hepatitis B until they visited the hospital.
पहिला त थाहा थिएन अब यही हस्पिटलमा आएर यताबाट यहाँ सल्लाह सोध्दा खोज्दा मात्रै यसरी थाहा भयो अनि नानीलाई कति साह्रो रहेछ यस्तो भनेर.
However, the Department of Public Health said from its side, enough preventable measures and awareness are being done on all sexually transmitted infections, including hepatitis B.
There is adequate awareness given on prevention of HIV. So same goes for the hepatitis B. So in terms of like for the use of condoms and during sexual practices more, and also avoiding multiple sexual partners. Other thing which we are doing very strongly is that hepatitis B is also transmitted through blood transfusion. So I think there is a policy, which states that all blood products, before transfusion has to be screened for hepatitis B. Other area where hepatitis B can be transmitted is during hospital procedures. So that's why now we have very strict infection control measures in place.
The Public Health Department said the country's hepatitis B prevalence is around 2%, which is low. There is no cure for hepatitis B, but with medication, life can be prolonged. If untreated, it will result to liver cirrhosis and liver cancer. Pemal Hadan, BBS News.
The economic slowdown of 2012 has resulted in a situation of bottleneck investment in the hotel sector. According to records maintained by the Tourism Council, 28 hotels were established between 2013 and 2014. 48 are being constructed today and another 13 has been proposed.
Billions of investments are being made in the hotel industry today. The tourism sector was the only sector that remained vibrant even when the economy experienced one of its lowest growth in 2012 as a result of a severe shortage of Indian rupee. While the economy continued to recover from this slowdown, investors in the country are shifting all their focus towards building tourist hotels. Market sentiments and business confidence has also been increasing, with the government offering special packages, improved airline discount offers, and holding events such as the Visit Bhutan Year. At the same time, the number of tourists visiting the country has also been steadily increasing over the years.
Many new hotels have sprouted in the country today. But the concern is, will there be enough tourists to stay in these hotels? An official from the Hotels Association of Bhutan said everyone was building hotels since the rest of the sector has become unattractive. A hoteler said there were risks and the hotel industry might as well follow a similar trend like the real estate. Almost all the hotelers have taken huge loans from the banks. Should the number of hotels increase significantly and tourist inflows remain the same, it will severely impact their businesses. And this has the potential of triggering another crisis. Competition among the hotelers has already started, with hotelers providing credit to travel agents. However, many believe that the tourism sector has better prospect, with the government laying emphasis on the sector by initiating several plans and programs geared towards bringing in more tourists. Sonam Tsiring, who owns a recently built 4-star hotel in Thimphu, said an increase in the number of new hotels must also see an increase in the number of tourists, and government policies must back it up. Tourism, he said, was an important sector which has wide-ranging implication across the economy.
When there are more tourists, everyone benefits, including guides, travel companies, hotels, retailers, and transport agencies. Nirup Gelson for BBS News.
Well, that ends the program. Join us again next time for yet another edition of Bhutan This Week. Until then, this is Sonam Wongdi saying goodbye.